Picture this. A thunderstorm rolls in, water pours off rooftops, and most of it vanishes down the drain. But what if I told you that wasted rain could actually be the key to solving local water shortages?
That's exactly what's getting everyone talking right now. Rainwater harvesting isn't just for rural farms anymore. People in cities, suburbs, even places with plenty of rain are starting to catch on.
Hey everyone, I'm here with a fascinating guest who's passionate about sustainable water solutions. Today we're digging into why rainwater harvesting matters, how it works, and what it means for your home.
We'll break down the basics, tackle common myths, walk through how you can start collecting rain yourself, and share some truly wild success stories.
By the end, you'll not only see rain in a new way, you'll have real steps to make use of every drop. Ready to get started?
So, first off, rainwater harvesting isn't as complicated as it sounds. It's just the practice of collecting, storing, and using rain that falls on your property instead of letting it wash away.
I always imagined it meant giant tanks or high-tech setups, but I've seen people using something as simple as a barrel under their gutter.
Exactly. Systems can be super basic. A rain barrel with a screen to keep out debris, or more advanced, with pumps, filters, and underground tanks. The core idea stays the same: capture free water.
And it can be used for so many things, right? Not just gardens or lawns, but also flushing toilets, washing cars, even drinking with the right treatment.
That's right. The flexibility is what makes rainwater harvesting so appealing, especially as water costs and shortages become real concerns in more places.
I'm curious, what are the biggest reasons people get into rainwater harvesting? Is it just about saving on the water bill?
Cost savings are a huge motivator, but honestly, the environmental impact might be even bigger. Every gallon you catch is a gallon that doesn't have to be treated and pumped from a reservoir miles away.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Plus, less rain running off means less flooding and erosion, especially in places with heavy storms.
And there's another angle: rainwater is naturally soft, so it's amazing for watering plants. Some people even say their gardens have never looked better.
I love that rainwater can help both your wallet and your tomatoes, but I bet some folks worry about safety or legality, right?
Some people are surprised to learn that in most places, collecting rainwater is completely legal, though a few regions do have weird restrictions, usually to protect downstream water rights.
I've heard stories of people getting fined, but it sounds like that's not the norm. As for safety, what's involved if you actually want to drink collected rainwater?
To drink it, you definitely need proper filters and disinfection, think UV or chlorine, because rooftops aren't exactly sterile. But for watering plants or flushing toilets, the basic setup is usually fine.
So basically, as long as you know your local rules and use common sense, harvesting rain is a pretty safe bet.
Exactly. If you're worried, just start with non-potable uses. And if you ever want to upgrade, there are plenty of guides and even local incentives to help out.
Let's get practical. Suppose someone listening wants to give this a shot. What's the easiest way to start harvesting rainwater at home?
You can start with a rain barrel, just place it under a downspout, make sure it has a screen to keep out leaves, and add an overflow hose for big storms. That alone can collect hundreds of gallons in a rainy month.
And after that, if you want to scale up, you could add more barrels or even connect them to an irrigation system, right?
Yep. Some people even build underground tanks or use pumps to send water around their house. But honestly, most folks stick with barrels and see a difference right away.
I love how it's something you can start small with and still make a real impact.
You know what's wild? I talked to someone in Arizona who collects enough rain in just 2 months to water their garden all summer, even though their area barely gets any rain.
That's incredible. I've heard of city dwellers using rain barrels to keep their houseplants alive during water restrictions. No more sneaking extra gallons from the tap.
And schools are getting in on it too. Some have set up systems as teaching tools kids learn about conservation and see the results firsthand.
It's inspiring to see how flexible rainwater harvesting can be, whether you're in a dry zone or somewhere wetter than Seattle. So, let's wrap up with the big ideas. First, rainwater harvesting isn't just for farmers. It's practical almost anywhere.
Second, it can save you money and help the environment by reducing runoff and easing pressure on municipal water systems.
And third, getting started doesn't have to be expensive or technical. A single barrel can make a real difference.
If you're curious, try adding a rain barrel to your next home improvement list.